In this IBM Systems Hybrid Showcase, we'll look at Breadbox Groceries and their move to exploit cloud-based backup, restore, and archive. Breadbox Groceries looks to benefit from the values described on the left, enabling off-site disaster recovery potentially, in addition to cloud backup and archive. Specifically, automatic backup to the cloud with secure compliant access control and audit, being able to exploit policy-driven retention, automatic migration from hot on-site storage to mid-tier cloud storage, finally to off-site seldom access cold storage. To be able to get business resiliency, Breadbox Groceries might have mirror data between on-site data centers and the cloud to potentially shift production in an emergency situation where they have applications pre-configured in the cloud and can be activated on short notice. A lot of the cloud benefits are enabled with the IBM Spectrum storage portfolio, various Spectrum products running both in the cloud, probably IBM SoftLayer public cloud, and on Breadbox's on-premise data centers. In this edition of this video, we'll take a close look at a new backup tier cloud storage. Today, customers like Breadbox have two traditional backup tiers: on-premise disk, which is very quick to meet recovery point objectives and recovery time objectives of very critical databases. But then for long-term archive for various policy and regulatory requirements, customers like Breadbox use off-site tape, which is inexpensive for very long archive record retention, but requires manual intervention, transportation, and likely can only be done on the business day kind of service. Customers are finding, and Breadbox wants to leverage an emerging new storage tier that fills the gap between these two extremes, which is cloud storage, where you have inexpensive off-site mid-term storage, which is fully automatic, and in this case, end up reserving tape for data that has very long retention requirements. Here's a quick overview of the topology Breadbox is developing for their off-site midterm storage backup. They're using IBM's Spectrum Storage Spectrum Protect for data protection, with the protection server running on SoftLayer and the data protection client running in the Breadbox data center being used to back up nightly DB2. Here's some partners and customers of IBM Spectrum Protect. Certainly IBM's own cloud managed backup service, doing 5 million backups for customers per month. FrontSafe and CenterGrid as key IBM partners using Spectrum Protect for their managed service provider offerings. And a substantial endorsement from TechTrade for their Helix Protect offering. They currently use Spectrum Protect to back up 13,000 systems daily, find it to be a best-of-breed protection supporting a number of hybrid cloud scenarios. The goal being a product that supports flexible retention policies, offers effective dedupe, and has the capability to provide native object store to remove the need for a cloud storage gateway. Here's a more detailed architectural view of the backup topology being used by Breadbox Groceries to back up their Baby's Emporium partner on-premise coupon management DB2 database. The database shown on the right does frequent backups using the Spectrum Protect backup archive client through a secure connection over the internet to the SoftLayer public cloud, where the backup infrastructure is hosted, that being the Spectrum Protect server and its user interface, the operations console. Breadbox Groceries is evaluating the three major external storage offerings of SoftLayer. When I say external, I mean not coupled to a specific server or VM. SoftLayer has a single object storage offering, shown at the top, and block and file come in two offerings, endurance and performance. Endurance is for less access data with 3 subgrades of IOPS per gigabyte shown. And then performance is for very high IOP interactive data where IOPS can be 500 or 5,000, for example. Breadbox Groceries is sizing a backup of a 50 gigabyte DB2 database to one of these SoftLayer offerings, storage offerings, and with the idea that 1 gigabyte changes daily, so that would ingress to this storage offering in SoftLayer as they do nightly backups. But it's changed data, and the overall size remains at 50 gigabytes. Due to the frequency and size of DB2 backup objects, SoftLayer went ahead with iSCSI Endurance mid-grade for $17.50 per month. Breadbox Groceries was comfortable with the 11 minutes backup time that they would get with the mid-grade iSCSI Endurance shown in Note 2. Let's log in and see how Breadbox Groceries is exploiting Spectrum Protect. The Operations Center has 3 very good tutorial videos that you can watch kind of as a welcome screen. Dismiss that and show the overall dashboard of the TSM client health on the left, applications in the middle, and servers and storage on the right. Let's first look at the backup policy for Baby's Emporium. And the active policy shows 3 concurrent backups are to be kept. And then after the 4th backup is created, the oldest one is expired. Now let's look at the schedule for this policy. And this is scheduled every morning at 2 a.m. And there's a 15-minute alerting window if it doesn't complete in 15 minutes that the operations folks would see an alert. And if we look at the details of the Baby's Emporium DB2 client, we can see for the last 2 weeks we've been consistently backing up 230 megabytes of data each night. If we look at storage pools, we can see with this 3 backups, we hover right about 1 gigabyte of the overall 2 gigabyte capacity. As a convenience, we've enabled daily email summaries of the status of TSM Spectrum Protect. So we go to the settings, daily reports, and here's the configuration for them. And here's an example of one of the daily summary emails. And now let's demonstrate the safety net that Spectrum Protect Backup to the Cloud provides. Our DBA for Baby's Emporium is going to do some routine pruning of just a few records that he knows needs to be removed from the database. He's going to do a baseline, just check how many records are in the coupon database of Babies R Us and sees there's 22,000. And now he's preparing to delete the few records that he knows should be removed. And once again, check the count. Ooh, that's not expected. Most of the records are gone. There's only 1,500 left. But that's okay. We have nightly backups on our Spectrum Protect server in the SoftLayer public cloud. Do a quick list of available backups. And we choose the backup recovery point we want to move to. We'll reset our connection to DB2 and bring up the command to do the restore. Let that run. It runs pretty quickly. That's complete. And now also we want to roll forward DB2 up to the point of the erroneous over deletion. Now let's connect back to the database and check the count, and hopefully we're back to the 22,000 records that we knew before. You've seen how Breadbox Groceries was able to back up their partner database to the SoftLayer public cloud with Spectrum Protect. Now let's look at similar backup of a Z Linux VM to the SoftLayer public cloud. So let's log back in. Connect to the virtual machine where the Linux is running on top. And you can see that this is a Red Hat Linux. And basically, installing the Spectrum Protect client is installing a couple RPMs and doing a configuration file. We can look at the dsm.sys file, and this is the main configuration file showing the TSM server that we're going to back up to at 158.85.7170 in SoftLayer. And for this case, I didn't want to back up the whole Linux server. Merely, we're going to do an include that's showing on the screen of /root/important files, and we're going to exclude all the other Linux system directories. Let's also quickly show the 2 RPMs for the Spectrum Protect client that we installed in this Linux image. And there they are. You can look in Spectrum Protect Operations Console and look for that Z-Linux client and see how his backups have been going. Select them and select the Details tab, and we can see regular backups of those important files. The histogram of data transfer for this client, the bars are in yellow rather than green to remind us that the whole server is not being backed up, that we're skipping a lot of files as per my include and excludes. We're only really backing up 70 megabytes of those important files daily. So in this video we showed how Breadbox Groceries implements a cost-effective worry-free backup and potentially recovery of critical business databases on site and leveraging off-site cloud backup on SoftLayer public cloud. The value to IBM systems that's highlighted in this video is the Spectrum storage portfolio, in particular Spectrum Protect, is a key product that enables cloud backup, archive, and potentially business resilience.